Office, approval of selected vendor to operate the Bike Walk Center in North Minneapolis. This item was before us on the last previous cycle, and there were some questions to the staff, for the staff to try to work out. They were largely surrounding issues of market and sustainability, etc. And I think those questions are still hanging in the air for some people. So we are going to, I don't think a staff report would be really helpful because we didn't hear anything too different. So, Councilmember Johnson.
Mr. Chair, I want to make a motion, and I want to make it clear for the record that we had at the time the RFP was issued, the RFP did not specify that a sub-grantee must be a not-for-profit organization. So it's going to be my intention to move that we reject all proposals and issue a new RFP as quickly as possible, and that the new RFP will include a broader geographic eligibility for site location, that in forming the review team, staff will request one or more representatives of the Northside Council members, and that the review team should include people with both business experience and program management.
Okay, that's a motion. Any questions or comments on the motion? Councilmember Gordon.
I'm a little confused because my understanding is that the recommendation was from a not-for-profit, and I'm not sure why it not being called out in the request for proposals was a problem. Could I get more information on that?
Councilmember Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. One of the responders to the RFP was a for-profit provider. That their proposal was a for-profit enterprise, and so their proposal was withdrawn.
Okay, and the request for proposal said that eligible applicants are for-profit organizations, not-for-profit organizations, or governmental agencies. And you're saying that it should just be for not-for-profits, and I'm just wondering why.
Yeah. There was a clarification, and staff can talk about that. There was a clarification that from the feds, who are the grantees of the dollars, that it had to be a non-profit, not a for-profit.
I see. Maybe it would be helpful if Ms. Musicant could just clarify that the RFP was incorrect. If I could, Mr. Chair, if I could hear from perhaps the Commissioner of Health or the Attorney.
Ms. Musicant, can you just explain the chronology of the shift in this criteria?
Yes, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. In briefing the federal funder along the way on our process, after we had issued the RFP, after we had looked at proposals, after we had judged the proposals, and were ready to make a recommendation, at that point we heard from federal funder, and I just had someone from the State Health Department whispering in my ear, clarifying exactly what she had heard and relayed to us, and that was that the enterprise that was created, the Bike Walk Center, needed to be a nonprofit. So, not that it couldn't pass through the hands of a for-profit, but that the entity created that would be operating in the Bike Walk Center needed to be a for-profit.
So, just to clarify, the applicant then, but does the applicant have to be a not-for-profit? Because it seems like somebody could apply and say then they're going to implement this structure that will lead to a not-for-profit running everything or something like that. but we've heard that there was a problem because we said the applicant could be a for-profit organization.
Mr. Chair, Councilmember Gordon, the information I provided you is all the information I have, and I think it's for you as the council members to make sense of that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, it does sound like to me then that the business plan that was approved says a nonprofit's going to be running this, so this does comply with what we're supposed to comply with, even though ARFP mentioned this in the applicant. I also had an opportunity to look at the 46-page business plan and to look at this more carefully, and the RFP and all the other information between last meeting, when I'd only reviewed the staff report, and this meeting, and I can't really see why we don't want to go ahead with this proposal. It seems like a really strong proposal, and it's a great opportunity. I understand that this isn't within my ward, and I don't necessarily perhaps have the same kind of expertise and understanding of the community and the business climate and the associations and all the relationships up there, but I just see this as a significant setback. And the worst thing I think that could happen is if this team of applicants decided they weren't going to go through it all again, because what we were going to do is we're going to send it out and ask for more proposals. My understanding was in the first round we really only got 2 applicants, and that's not a whole bunch. And so now if we go back and ask for people to reapply, I'd be concerned. And so I guess I'll voice that concern here. I think we have a strong proposal that's gone through a big, elaborate process to get us here, and I feel supportive of it. My sense is that my view may not be the prevailing view on the committee. And if it isn't, I do hope that the previous applicants won't be too discouraged, and that they'll see that it's an easy step to rework the application, to strengthen the team, and that they'll come back with another proposal. I know that's asking a lot, and I'm concerned that won't happen, but that's what I'd like you to do.
Thank you, Councilmember Gordon. Councilmember Johnson wanted to say something?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I guess I want to ask the clerk, did I say in my motion to reject all proposals that we issue a new RFP as quickly as possible?
Yes, you did.
Did I? Okay. All right. The thing I want to say, I actually had a conversation with, to Councilmember Gordon, I had a conversation with Councilmember Lilligren last night, who talked to me about the experience that he had with the Lake Street Walk Center and how hard that was to put together. And he said it died 1,000 deaths before it finally happened. And I appreciate that. What you're saying, I think, is what we're looking for is we want to see this bike walk center happen as quickly as possible, but we want to see it to be a successful enterprise. And so some of the concerns remain about the long-term sustainability, and in my opinion, that's a very important part of making sure that this is a successful enterprise. When we asked our person who operates the Midtown one, he wouldn't give us financials out, but he said, you know, it's very tight. He's I think in his 3rd year or 4th year, and he is not making a profit at this point, but I don't know if he's losing money or what the deal is, but it is a challenge. And so to have a proposal that could be a strong proposal, I think, is important. But I also hope that there's been some buzz about this, both in the newspapers and community newspapers, people talking to each other. I've gotten some emails about it. People are excited about this project, and so it's not my intention to sabotage it in any way. I'm completely supportive of it, but I want it done in a way that's going to be long-term sustainable, and I think a stronger proposal will come through with the new RFP process.
And I'm going to vote against the motion. I understand the concerns very much. I mean, as we have seen many businesses come and go on the north side that were started with great optimism and fell through for one reason or another. Even our great supermarket Cub was in jeopardy at some point, but I think the staff has done a great job on this, and a lot of hard work, and people put a lot of effort into it, and I think the applicants also did. And I'm hoping that there's some way we can get these questions answered and get the best design, the most sustainable, convincingly sustainable proposal. That was my hope out of all of this. So I'm going to vote against the motion, and maybe suggest that the staff get together and work this thing out. So, any other comments or questions? See, Councilmember Osgood.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I intend to vote for the motion. And I think that what I want to say about this is that there is a great deal of excitement, and deservedly so, because this is a need that clearly is a need in North Minneapolis, and we have increased the interest in biking and certainly making improvements in the north side in that arena. But I, having read the proposal several times and reviewing it and reflecting on it, I am concerned about the long-term sustainability beyond the period of time that the grant allows. And so I am really hope that the participants and the broader group of people who have an interest in doing this kind of activity will also consider this RFP. And I also want to say that this is made possible because we have a very excellent personnel in our health department who has taken the concerns that we all share regarding improving health in a variety of ways and put together a proposal and a strategy and been very successful in having this grant awarded to the city. I'm very interested in having that grant be successful in working through this and making it a strong proposal.
Okay, seeing no further questions or comments, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. That motion carries. I want to, as Councilmember Gordon pointed out, encourage all the folks involved in the RFP here in this proposal to stay the course and see if we can answer the questions that have come up and make it work. Thank you very much. Okay. Item number 11 is